Sweet. Am I alive? Is the real question. Yeah, looks like I am. Alright. Alright, 'cause I have to play back. Uh, TD Ameritrade. Random trade evade account I opened for no reason. Alright, so. Mm, go with NQ for now. Alright, let's see. Let's start in January since it's where I always start. Um, I will be testing. Which one did it? Alright, let's see. Break size is 36.2 if anyone's wondering. Forgot to mention that in the original setup video, but oh well. Looks like you're gonna have to use your brain a little bit. Just kidding, just kidding. Alright. By the way, if you're wondering why I run these, I have a public version and a private version. It's like here, it's because I like to, do some beta testing on my own. Don't like to disrupt the public algo, something that's basically an experimental phase. So, just throwing that out there. I'm not trying to scam you guys, but it is easier for me. So, I'd rather have a public and a private version just to test. But for now, let's see. I'll do a little bit of testing on the second mode. I just don't really use it. Like, who the heck? Like, I don't understand why you would ever use this, but the original guy I was working with, he wanted it, so why not? Don't mind. Let's see. Use my Hitler 6 out. Yeah, these would be 45. I might just save it as again. All actually seems to work better if I just save that. Sorry about the ATM. This strategy was originally called the German Confederation, so I had to name it appropriately. But vestigial stuff dies hard. Anyways, for the actually, it's probably a good idea if I show you what the actual SPQR is right now. It's really just just yeah. In real life, you wouldn't use 13 contracts. I just did it because I thought it would be funny, and because it looks good, like really good for some reason. Just kidding, I know why. But just saying, see, it does things like this where it tends to take reversal trades. I'm still trying to work out if that's like some of the stuff that it takes. It like seems kind of bug, but I could be wrong. It could be just new orders entering the markets. So I'll have to look into that more. But these trades are actually 1-to-1, so you don't have to worry about losing too much. It's like I think yeah, these type of trades aren't 1-to-1 though. These are like I think closer to 3-to-1 risk to reward. So you're gonna be needing more of these wins to outsize the losses. But these trades over here are gonna be 1-to-1. So sometimes it'll help people like cope with the losses better, but I don't really care. So I'm used to losing 2,000 a day. I've actually lost like 10,000 a day before, so this is wet my pickle if I lose 3K. But some people might. So 1-to-1, I recommend for most people. Don't let your emotions take over. Plus, you don't have to size up at all. I personally do like to size after a losing trade using the quantity button, but a lot of people won't like sizing. I get it. No one likes martingaling, but sometimes it'll work if your strategy has a high enough win percentage. Somewhere in between like 70 to 90, something like that, depending on the day. Obviously, right now it's at 100% win rate, but I think it should be fine for now. Yeah. I've heard a lot of feedback on the pricing so far. A lot of people say it's fair. I do think it's fair, but Yeah, the pricing will be high. I took like a day to think about it. Yeah, it's gonna be high. A, because I can make more money if it's high, so financial incentive to do it, and there's also the incentive that I keep less people on it. I don't really want to have to do customer service on this for like 1,000 different people. I'm sorry if that's heartless, but this algo is much trickier to set up and it's a lot more finicky. So I have to think about the people that are actually paying me real money, unlike most people. Like the algos I make and I sell, I don't actually make that much comparatively to how much I make from my hedge fund that pays me to trade these things for you. So I have to think about financial incentives, the hedge fund I work for, and just a lot of other considerations that you know make my decision a lot easier to not have to see and then just the break even. I also had an auto break even to -5 points. That so that's what you saw just now. But yeah, sorry if that upsets some people, but um, sorry, we're all trying to make money in the markets. It ain't personal, it's just business. Also, you can see how nice that break even is. It's a if anyone's wondering, it's a break even at 15 ticks, and it goes to -5. So cut your losses just in case. If it's at 15, it reverses. Chances are it's not coming back. I'm sorry, it's not. But no, usually you can expect a nice 20 point pop or 20 tick pop out of it. So that's what I'm banking on. Occasionally it's 15, but that's what our break even's for. Also, I'll do some out of sample testing later on this, I guess. Might not be so pretty because the out of sample testing I was doing runs basically straight through news, so that's something that you gotta worry about. But I haven't really done much out of sample testing on this 18, but it does look good. On the original video I was testing on, I'm like 99% sure I was running a 45 stop, so and like a 3-to-1 risk to reward, so it was like totally unoptimized. I just wanted to get the video out there because a lot of people wanted to see it. You know, proof of concept. That was really just a proof of concept. It wasn't like a finalized, optimized settings. But you know, we can't always get what we want, right? Is OBS doing anything? No clue. All right. By the way, if I don't really respond to people on this account, so if I respond to you, it's gonna be in like some random like benshiotu@gmail.com account because I'm too lazy to switch accounts. So you know, I'll be I'll be responding to people in that account. So as you can see, this is I'd say a pretty good algo, but yeah. See, I just type something in chat. It's just easier if I respond in you know my my, my like legitimate name, just because A gives me more agency and B I don't have to switch accounts so much. So sorry about that. If you guys wanted me to respond, it's gonna be in this purple account. So oh well. I'm too kind of a boomer when it comes to technology sometimes, even though I'm like solidly Gen Z. So sorry about that. But as you can see, I kind of want to show a bad day. I think I know where a bad day is to be found and like what you should avoid. But yeah, let me see if I can. Oh, look at that. Yeah, there you go. That's your bad day. Right there. Yeah, see, right here is where you would typically find in the original test I had a stop of like 45, so it didn't really matter. It just kind of blew past, but you do get 2 stops, so that was actually part of the original test. But you actually lose less with this ATM just because two 220 tick losses is less than 145 tick loss, so you actually lose less with this ATM uh than you otherwise would. But on February 20th, let's see. I'm gonna run. I know the 16th is. So 17th is on the weekend. I know that. I did a little bit of testing, but let's see. All right. Let's try that out. Yeah, it's gonna have to go through the weekend, so just wait a little bit. It'll go. Not actually sure what happened on February 20th, but it is a Tuesday, so I don't know. They do that what you will. Actually, no. Yeah. February 20th is a Tuesday because February 21st is my birthday, and that's a Wednesday. So, yeah. That means the 19th is the Monday. Let's see how that works. Yeah, well, 13th is actually, I think, a good day. Surprisingly, like, this is pretty good. 22, yeah, 22 unemployment. I think 22 is pretty bad too. Let's see. We'll see. I'll test the week out, but for now, we'll see. I do say these days that it does these are pretty rare, but yeah, it's another one of those not one-to-one trades. But I haven't really tested it with this new ATM, this neue ATM. So we will see. And yeah, there's the loss. But I actually think this was this was a separate trade. Honestly, you could probably change this by going 6 if you take weight for bars. I just go 5, but you know. That was unrelated to the set. That was always gonna happen. Yeah, maybe I change it to a 35 tick for the first trade, but that was the Hitler algo. There's a Hitler ATM, not the SPQR. Things like SPQR would be over here. So we're starting the week down a little bit, but not enough to make me cry at all. But you also got to understand we're on 13 contracts, so realistically, if you took this loss on like 7 contracts, it'd be $200. Not gonna kill you. So let's just see. I'm also sure that this wasn't a full day, just like based. Yeah, like was Monday a full day? Like I'm 99% sure that this is like a half day. I don't know. Maybe it was like President's Day. I don't even know, man. Like, but that Monday wasn't a full day. It cuts off at like 10 o'clock, which I think is the holiday close. But I don't know. We'll see. I know 20th is the day before my birthday, so I didn't trade at all during that. But uh, yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't know why it moves like this, but it lost once. Let's see. Chances are when the playback slows down like this, I assume there's gonna be a trade. I don't really know why, but see, look, it won. I'm not crazy. Well, I am crazy, but yeah, well, there you go. I don't actually know why that happened. I maybe you should check that out, but now maybe there's something to say about that because this usually doesn't happen. The problem is I always see something like this happen at these specific levels. Like, see, this is like a bug I was trying to fix. I just don't really know how to fix it because, like, if you kind of look at it, every trade that loses kind of happens in the same area. I'm not really sure, like, why. I mean, obviously, there's some here, and you would have won if it was a bigger ATM. I just don't like a bigger ATM like that, but like, it's odd to me how that worked out, but I could be wrong. I just don't know. It puzzles me a little bit if I had to be honest, but yeah, there's a lot of loss in that area, which is why I would say maybe to use a reversal. Just don't know, but there's just I don't like it's always on these days where the open is like, I don't know what this is, but this, like, starting at 12, there's always some random there's always some random, like, massive drop something. Like, Asian Open maybe? I don't know. Some people talk about it a little bit, but don't know. This is like the only day I could really find that had this bad of performance, I guess. I've never seen it before, to be honest. I didn't really test this far into the future, but I'm willing to keep it going. Yes. There we go. Negative 8,000. I'm not gonna lie, you probably stop a lot earlier than than this, but maybe this ATM is too tight in my opinion, but I'm willing to test it with a 25 instead of a 1-to-1. Maybe instead of doing that, you can go 5. I have to do this. Okay, and then we go back. So let's see. Let's I'm going to try testing on the. I'm gonna look up trading economics right now. Because trading economics, best economic calendar, in my opinion. They're amazing. I don't know why people don't use them. Their website is so amazing. Let's see. Previous month. Oh, is it the 20th? I think. Yeah, it's the 20th. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I probably would have gotten lucky and just not traded just because right before my birthday. Yeah, there wasn't really anything. It was just kind of Europeans being Europeans. So don't know what that was about. Mm, there was a bill auction, but that had nothing to do with it. That was too far into the future for the algo to actually care. Let me look at something actually. Okay, I'll run it again. Just to back. See, it's always like one day that fucks me up. I really hate that. Honestly, if you were really trading this, you probably would set some sort of like a stop, like a daily stop. I probably would, just because you don't want to take an $8,000 loss. So you'd probably stop it at like 2,000, and you wouldn't be trading like this. This is just purely for fun, and because I like seeing the big numbers go up and down. So don't blame me. Yes, just that. I don't really know why it would be doing that. Let me do something. It could be just a bug, but I don't like to blame. Whoa, that's huge. How do I do this? Okay, yeah, let's do this. I just put that there just for reference. Yeah, you see what I mean? Yeah, there's like, I'm not gonna lie, like it seems like something here is fucking me over. Right here. I just put that. That was unavoidable, but it is kind of tricky to fix that. I don't know if it's just a one-off day or it's just a day, but maybe it. I don't know. Not gonna lie to you guys about it. It exists, but I don't know how to fix it. I just assume that it's a bad day. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. You can't win every day. Obviously, you're gonna lose, but I'm gonna try the 21st, my birthday. I don't think I would have traded the 20th just because it was my birth. It was like before my birthday. I'm superstitious like that. You know, a lot of people probably would have lost that day. I mean, I'm not. It will lose some days. Sorry about that, but can't do anything about it. You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose occasionally. Not much I can do about it. Although, seems that a good chunk of the losses happen after 4, but don't know what's so special about 4 is the thing. I could just be curve fitting, which is something I try to avoid doing as much as I can, which is, fitting my strategies to a curve, which is why I try not to use very, very specific numbers. Like if I was trying to go for volume, I wouldn't use like 274. It's too specific for the time frame. You risk curve fitting your algos, which is why I try to avoid that, which is why I tend to just accept like one-off losing days. I don't know. Just my philosophy on everything that you shouldn't try to make things perfect for a back test. So we'll see if this is like a continuous problem and there's like a pattern to all this. Obviously, then there's a way to fix it, but sometimes there just isn't. Sometimes you just tend to do that. Although I swear I stopped that from happening. Like, whoa, 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 whoa. That's a bug. That is a bug if I've ever seen one. What? Mine's okay. 1 second. One second. 1 second. I swear to God, I stopped this from happening. Yeah, let's try that. Okay. That should not have happened. See, since it's an indicator, you don't get some of the methods you would with the strategy. So the idea was that it wouldn't take trades past, like, it wouldn't do this basically. Like, it wouldn't just keep trying to enter. But apparently, it's not doing what I want it to do. So let's try this. As you can see, my variables are not really named that well. So let's see. Just let us try it out. But 21st, well, FOMC was on the 21st, but I think that was too far away to actually matter. If anything, the 21st would be more affected by mortgage rates, but because the mortgage rates do happen at 4, but I don't know how impactful that actually is. Or Red Book year over year, I don't know what that is. Not that good at economics, but so I do think that NBA may have affected it, but not to the extent that a lot of people say. I don't know at this point. I'm just trying to figure some stuff out. Maybe a daily. Yeah, I think a daily loss limit would be in order in this type of situation. But one loss in a day isn't gonna kill me. But I think I will let it run to the 29th just to see what happens. I do want to see if it'll recover or if this is some sort of pattern that I can fix. I don't know if it is, but if it is, I will fix it. If it's not, I won't fix it because one bad day is not the end of the world in my opinion. So don't know. Set a daily loss if you don't want to take it. It's like the one day. Besides like trading straight through what's it called, unemployment. That was also a bad day in like the middle of November for whatever reason. So yeah, I just don't think unemployment is a good day to trade in general, just because unemployment is so early, so it does interfere with your time. Like I think what's her name? What's his name? Shaboots. Yeah, that guy. The guy said that, man, why so much? Anyways, that unemployment, something like that, which makes sense as you generally don't see this happen too often. So, maybe it would be better not to trade on what's it called? Unemployment days just because your news is so early, or even stop it an hour before versus just stopping at 30 minutes before. So you maybe stop at 3:30. I don't know. Personally, I say on CPI days, you stop an hour and a half early just because people wake up, want to trade the opening range, could lead to some weird price action, but that doesn't perfectly correlate to what's on the books. But we'll see. Obviously. I don't know why there's always some random spike at 11:30. It's weird. But we'll see. Let this play out. It's odd. Maybe I should set something. Yeah, my brain's turning, but I don't like curve fitting data, so the only thing, if any, I try to avoid is to curve fit things. So, these zones are actually holding up fairly well. That's actually kind of funny. Trying not to curve fit. That's the hardest part about developing algos, I'd say. It's trying your best not to try to fix everything. You always want to try to make it look really good, but you risk curve fitting your data to a set you might not necessarily want to fit it to. Is it actually even going to take any trades? Well, like, I don't know what's happening. Yeah, see, it's gonna recover. It's gonna recover. See what I mean? Like, do I really want to like risk this changing like this? Like look at this. See, it does recover. I think you might want to set like a two loss target, like a two loss in a row sort of account P&L, so it'd be like a $2,000 loss, I think. But I can't justify changing everything for one day when most days are like this, right? You know what I'm saying, though. So yeah, uh, I think a daily loss. Yeah, I think yeah. See, it 214 to 221. Yeah, that's a pretty big loss. I think it mostly comes from like 2 days too. So 20th is really bad, but 21st is not that. It's bad, but it's not like terrible. It's like one loss, but it only took one trade that day. So 20 214 to 216 was good. I know that. So 219 was the start of the new week. So 219 was a negative 500 day, but you could have avoided that using some funny stuff that I've tried but never really tested. But I don't really know why it would do that. I think it's just a one-off, I'm not gonna lie. But I don't know. I really don't know how to how to remedy the situation right now. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really tempted to just throw it in the bucket as a like a mistaken arrest type thing. Don't feel like curve fitting. All the other days do well, so I just think set a daily loss. Yeah, well, there we go. Back at it. Or maybe even a daily profit would be good too, I'm not gonna lie. I'm also thinking about just cutting down how much you actually lose from some of these trades because I know the first pattern, the reversal pattern, you generally do lose a lot from it. Like it's like 45 ticks a loss, which can be kind of jarring. So maybe I'll consider toning that down to like 20 to 35, something like that. I know 20 might be low for reversals, so I'm thinking about 35. It's probably better that way. But well, it's easier to see these losses when your contract number is so fucking high. In reality, if you're trading a small account like a $50,000 account, you'd never be trading like 10, 13 contracts because you can trade 13 contracts. Honestly, if I was trading a 50K just to pass and make a payout, I'd probably just trade 5 contracts. Safe enough. But yeah, I think 2 losses a day is enough to call it quits, in my opinion. I don't really know how you would remedy that. So yeah, 2 losses a day and you'd probably be fine. So I also think that you should cut it after like let's say 4 wins. Okay, 4 or 5 wins would be pushing it because at that point you're just getting lucky. So I think uh if I were to based off testing, I would say go for 5 wins a day and go for and max out at 2 losses. Is what I would say. You rarely have losing days, but when you do, they're usually pretty bad. So cut the losing days early and uh, let the winners win. The winners, when they win, usually win, win, win. So, 2 losses in a row, cut it. But you can do that with the strategy using like a P&L, account P&L, and just do some math. Easy, easy stuff. But yeah, maybe if you were on 2000 or 13 contracts, I think your loss would be somewhere between, I think it would be $1,000 maybe, or $2,000 maybe, is what I would say you should put your loss at. Yeah, I was also thinking about adding a second target for these, because sometimes it does this where it'll moon afterwards. So I was thinking maybe like instead of just having one fixed target, you could have like one-to-one target and then like another runner that you would put at like 40 ticks or something, right? And you could try to take advantage, and after you hit like this, it would break even. It would go like -5, and then once you hit your 20-point target, you would go from like -5 to like +5, so you wouldn't lose anything, right? It could help your risk to reward a little bit, so you could even up the stop if you wanted to after that. So you maybe go instead of one to one, you go 1 to 2, so it's even better. So you don't have to win as much, right? I don't know. It's just something to consider. Maybe I'll try it. Maybe I won't. But I think it could be helpful. Maybe instead you be going, you, because sometimes it does do this, and when it does do that, you do want to take advantage of it. I just don't know how beneficial it would be to have like one contract all like half the time just like sitting here, but like other times up here. So just a thought, but that would be like an extra. That's easily 20 points up until like right here that you would have basically risk free. So just something to keep in mind. I don't know if you really want to do it like that, but let's see. This is also why I do keep a private version of everything I own because I like to change things in the code. But yeah, do what you want. Hmm. if you guys say that it's good on this like little stretch, I'm not gonna bother testing it. Uh, seems like yeah, seems like it's just one day. You know, one bad day, right? Can't win them all. I'm not claiming to have a holy grail, but I am claiming. Just kidding. I'm not claiming to have a holy grail. Well, sort of. If I'm selling it for that much, it better be the fucking holy grail, right? But you know, I'm willing to accept one loss, one losing or two losing days a month. You know, at the end of the day, you can't win every day. Anyone who claims that they can predict price to the tick, ICT, uh, can't actually predict price to the tick or win every day. It's just not possible. So, sorry about that. Can't win every day. All the gurus online will tell you that they have the magic lottery ticket that'll win every day of the year and you'll be a fucking gazillionaire, but sorry, not me, not that type of person. So, I won't curve fit my algos to trick you into buying it. Unfortunate for all the people who want perfect algos. Sorry, that's what comes with systematic trading. Sometimes you lose, and when you do lose, you gotta take it on the nose because, uh, you know, systematic trading. You're not discretionary. You have literally no input on this, so take it as you will. You can't win them all. Now, let's see. Now that I've done all this testing over here, I'm gonna try doing. I had this like some data from like a few months ago. Let's see if I can pull it up. It goes from October 31st to 11/24. I remember there was like one really bad day somewhere in here. I kind of forgot where it was though. No, no, I know where it is. That I'm gonna just show you that day because I feel like being transparent today. Like I think it was right about here, maybe something like that. I think it was the third, so we start on the second. Here, I'll show you. I'll show you why too. I'm not just gonna like tell you guys that it was bad, but so let's see. Yeah, right here. So you lose one, I know that. There's one loss here at the beginning. I know the third is bad, bad. So let's see. If I can just see. I didn't really do this is my out of sample testing, by the way, just saying. Uh yeah, I didn't want to curve it. You lose here. This is why I say you don't trade through employment because you get things like this where see, this is actually when unemployment was. It started at 30. As you can see, there's a lot of movement in that little bit. So that's why I say don't trade during news because this 4:30 news really tends to does this a lot, which I don't know if you guys know, but that's not good. So, you know, a lot of stops, like a lot. So it's not as bad as the 20th, but it's still pretty bad. Let's be honest here. So, just saying, don't trade it. There's actually another loss here too if you didn't have the pink filter on, but I didn't. I do turn it on for that reason. But I'm just saying, losses like this are very common when you're trading straight through news. If you look, the 3rd of November was unemployment, I think, or was non-farm, something like that. I don't really remember, but I know there was something at 4:30, and all your losses happened during this little bit. So just, I guess, don't trade during it. This I would have stopped like maybe right here, probably right, or even I probably maybe would have even stopped like here. I'm not gonna lie. You didn't get any trades. Didn't really matter where you stopped, but I would have taken like an hour and a half before because yeah, I don't like doing this. I don't like even touching news just because it tends to do this. Which, oh yeah, there was also something else on that day. I think that was S&P restructuring as well. So you had a double whammy up the ass. But it doesn't affect the it does affect the Nasdaq because the S&P and the Nasdaq are very correlated. So, yeah, I don't know about up the ass, but we'll see. Not getting anal too hard right now. It's days like this when Dalgo does not shine, but maybe I can change that. Honestly, on these trendy days, they don't really do well, but at pre-market, you can't really tell if it's going to trend or chop, so there's no point in trying to determine it. Also, I never really understood the people who said that, you know, oh, just don't do this when it's chopping, or do this when it's not chop, or when it's trending or whatever. You can't tell that beforehand. It's like polarity ATI, honestly. Polarity was like, oh, if you when it's trending, then just fucking click trend, but that's not how it works. Like, really not how it works. Things can change on a dime's moment. You want to be prepared for that. And chances are, most days are going to be changing in and out of different like entropy levels very, very fast. You're not going to be able to detect that, like unless you're gambling, which is why I don't like Polarity ATI and the fact that I lost a bunch of money with it. So there's that too. So personal bias, but you know what I mean. Yeah, but the third is bad. You're trading through unemployment, so don't trade through unemployment. Just yeah. Let's wait. I'm too lazy. Hurry up. And there we go. Now, please tell me my playback isn't gonna lag. There we go. So, one bad day, am I right? Oh, it's the weekend. Lovely. Okay, so don't trade through unemployment. Lesson learned. Just wait for the weekend to finish. Honestly, I've been testing this for like a few days now. It's getting kind of tedious, especially when I'm doing this for like hours at a time. So, yeah, if you can't tell, this is my least favorite part of developing algos. There we go. We're back at it. Check out the fifth. I remember the rest of the month was fairly okay. I know there was like another bad day somewhere in between, but I don't actually remember when that was. I just kind of remember that it finished positive. Is it even going to take a trade? Sometimes it doesn't. There we go. Okay, so yeah, the next day was okay. I know it sucks to wake up to like a max daily loss, but honestly, if your goal is to pass like a combine or just to get build a buffer, you honestly don't even need to be trading like that many contracts. Honestly, in my opinion, you might want to just trade like 3 contracts at a time. You have a month to pass. You no reason to like jam it through, right? You only have to make $3,000 a month. This thing can do it pretty easily, provided you follow most of the rules. Honestly, even if you don't follow the rules, it'll probably do fine. It's just you don't want to lose that much a day. So honestly, yeah, maybe I would say trade 3 contracts and just have like $1,000 daily loss limit. Yeah. it's good enough for a 50K account. You have what 2,500 to lose, so you get two losing days in a row. Even then, most days won't be that big. So put 1,000, trade three contracts. Life's good, right? In my opinion, that's how you should probably be doing it. But who am I to say? See, see something. See if my stop actually changes anything. I didn't actually test like this stop in here. Seems a little far back, but systematic traders need to manage. So also, just saying, most of my algos won't work forever. It is every algo is destined to fail at some point. It's the question of when. Can't once an inefficiency is discovered in a market, it will be fixed. But it might open another inefficiency in the market. So we'll see. As long as the price is moving up and down, we can make money. Alright, let's see this day. This is a Tuesday, right? Yes, Tuesday. Oh, look. See, okay, let's actually try to focus on this a little bit. Yeah, maybe the 25 stop was a little bit ambitious. Maybe the 20 is better, 1-to-1. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna take it. Oh, took another trade. See, this is the other issue you get when you run such a tight stop. This trade would have won had you been running a 35, but I don't know if you should be running a 35. The question that we have to answer. Maybe running a 30 would be better even. Even thanks to Boltzmann. Es tut mir leid, Fabian. Yeah. Uh, not sure if I'm ready to change it yet. Uh, ah, tricky, isn't it? Yeah, let's see. Let me try something. Hmm. Hmm. Uh, Might not even be beneficial to trade before 1 o'clock. I don't know what happens like at 1 o'clock, but it always seems to fuck me over. So maybe you could test different time zone or time periods, because I don't know. People like to talk about like Asian Open. I don't know how Asian Open would affect U.S. stocks, but I don't know. I'm not a genius, so I wouldn't know. Yeah, yeah, you're right. So let's see. Yeah, see, like if the 30 stop actually works in some ways better because you avoid like this type of action, which I'm tempted to think that a 30 stop is a good middle ground and maybe yeah, this is what I'm saying of maybe adding a second target instead of having like all your eggs in one basket, you have like maybe one target at 20 and one at 25 or something like that, so you keep yourself closer to a 1 to 1. Obviously you're not that far off, you're at 1 to 1.5, so it's not like you're gonna lose all your money, but it's something to consider, I say. This Yeah, well, this was a 15 and then came back and then went back, so you're never gonna fix that. Honestly, I would just, oh well, at that point it's 5 points lost. Not gonna kill you, but if you wanted to, you could even try sizing up on the puppies trade and then going down on the collies trade, because the puppies trade tends to have uh, a bit higher win rate, but doesn't trade as much. But then again, your losses are also kind of outsized. So I don't know. Do what you want. Try it out. I know it's on a free trial right now, so you're not really paying anything to me, so I don't particularly care. That sounds heartless. No, I do care, but it's just not a big priority right now to get everything perfect on release. That's why we're testing, right? Honestly, it's mostly the settings on the SPQR pattern that I really want to test out. The puppies trade, that the reversals trade, I don't actually care to test most of it, just because I know it's good already. I've done in sample and I've done out of sample testing on it. That part's locked and loaded. It's this SPQR part that I'm trying to figure out how to, optimize better. So we'll see. I think this 30 stop is a good middle ground because on one hand it doesn't really, do too much extra. It's 5 extra points, but on the other hand, it gives you a lot more leeway to, not be faked out by open and close like that, or like, ooh, like a V shape, you know what I'm saying? So just saying. It's not the holy grail, but I'm just could be something that would be better. I'm still debating whether small stop, small targets better or big stop, big cost targets better. Wouldn't really know. Yeah, see, this is an example right here of the reversal trade I was talking about. It's already locked and loaded, honestly, so I wouldn't change this for the world on right now. It's good enough for me. Optimized. I did test it out. If you run this trade exclusively on 13 contracts, you'd have only made $3,000 over the course of a month, which isn't a lot. So this is why I added the second one. And over the course of 2 months, from the 1st of January to February like 19th or something like that, you would have made like 11,000, which isn't it's kind of pennies, honestly, in my opinion. So you know what they say, balls to the walls. We don't give a shit. We Lovely. Let's see other. See, mm, infuriating to no end. Something I like to say. You know what? I'm gonna test something. All my losses seem to be after 4 o'clock. So what if I do this? Oh fuck me. I screwed sub. No, I didn't. Alright, sweet. Honestly, it might be better to stop at 4. I have no clue why 4 o'clock is the dividing point between good and bad, but there are a lot of crappy trades after 4 for whatever reason. And before 2. I don't know why those two specific hours produce the most losing trades, but it is something I've noticed and something I'm thinking maybe could fix, but I just don't have enough data to prove that it's not just random luck of the die making those hours bad. So I'm not prepared to change it until I've done more live testing on it. But for now, let us see. Well, yeah, yeah, it probably wouldn't have changed that outcome because I think most of those losses on 20 the 21st were concentrated within within the 3 o'clock range. So honestly, uh, your your best bet for this type of thing is to set to prevent such big losses on the day is to just set a fucking a daily loss limit at that point. Daily loss limit of $1,000. My opinion is all you need on 3 contracts. On 7 contracts, you best be running a daily loss of like 2,500, which is not that bad, but you know, more leeway. That's what I call a small account. Nice listen, sis. Nice listen, sis. I kind of want to go get something to eat. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't really feel like it. I'm not gonna. But see, the problem with testing an entire month with a daily loss is that you tend to get these weird things where it won't actually take the daily loss because you know it's not built to handle. It's meant to be armed and disarmed every single day, so your account P&L will just be like it'll just be positive all the time. So it's not gonna actually take that loss. So you're gonna have to test each individual day, like by changing your like fucking playback. Cashew was kind of cute, isn't she? Oh well. Sweet. Jag, då jag ens hade du hast keine Idee. There's a way to change this. Trust me. Very true. Proud that I will do that. It's the beauty of in-sample testing. Perfect to whatever you want. Oh, there we go. That was a nice trade. Don't know why. Turn between. Yeah. Yeah, what's Nate? Yeah, Nate. If that's your real name. I don't even know if it is, but I'm just saying, if you do test the daily loss, let me know how it goes, because I don't have the patience to fucking move the playback every single day, since it's way too annoying. But you let me know how it goes, because don't know. I remember November was okay, like at the very end. It took a big loss, but losses were outsized, so could have been prevented, in my opinion. Yo, Seth, if you're gonna make an Excel sheet, that'd be nice, actually. I don't know if you're willing to test like a different take profit or stop loss or whatever shenanigans, but go ahead and try. I have a feeling this is all just intense gambling. Don't get me wrong here, but like stock markets are all gambles. We're playing a big casino, but we get to count cards, so that's all that matters. Holy shit, I got a text from somebody. My coordinated care advisor. Okay, why does my coordinated care advisor keep texting me? I literally never respond to her. You know, I'm getting bored. I'm gonna change it. Just, yeah. watching reruns of House lately. Yeah, those slow, sad songs at the very end. Oh, didn't work. Oh well. This target one was hit. Target two. It's always a gamble with these reversals. And no more trades. Honestly, I think I'm gonna just run this on Sim, like live for a few weeks. I hate backtesting so much. You don't understand how mind-bogglingly draining this is. You're not really solving any issues, really. You're just fixing issues, which is very boring. It's very mundane, time-consuming. No one likes it, so it's true. If only there was a way to like actually be able to skip rest of the day, and go to like the end of the day, play back and like reset your account, you know? If you want to try the enter all reversals too, you can. Not sure how well it would work though. I'm not a genius, or close to it. And the guy I was working with originally was that is some guy that never got back. He never really talked to me. Like he always ghosted me. Like I don't know why. He'd be like, "Oh, I'm making some rules," and then never respond to me. So you can go suck it if you want. Take a while. See, why is it like the first like why is like 0 to like 30 always so crazy, man? I'm missing something. Is there like some market open, secret market open that I'm not aware of? The ATM name? Not saying that on YouTube. I'm gonna get my account banned. But if you have to know, the original name of this strategy was called the German Confederation. It was named after Napoleon's I think it was the German Confederation. I think was under Napoleon, and yeah, wait, no, was it the German? I know the German Confederation also was formed by Austria after the Napoleonic Wars as like a new and like a Nova Holy Roman Empire, but that was the original name, and I just thought, what's more German than this guy? So yeah, that's how the ATM name, and it just kind of stuck. Now I have like very a lot of them for no reason because I just kept saving them. So we don't ask too much questions about where they came from. It's okay. I have a strategy named communism as well, so I'm not too biased. So yeah, if you can't tell, all my strategies are named after historical events. I have like the Eastern Roman Empire, not to be confused with Byzantium, because Byzantium wasn't even a city when the people were calling the Byzantine Empire or whatever it was named. Byzantium was long gone. It was Constantinople at the time. All right. Yeah, I'll see you later, man. Just let me know what your results are. I'm gonna keep testing. mind-bogglingly slow. I've been doing this for like an hour now, and I need something to eat. So I think I might be done in a bit too, but I might as well finish this right now. Caught in between, as you never again. I really like that cashier marketplace. She's really nice. We get something from there later. Alright, I think I'm probably gonna end the stream here. This is getting very boring. I'll just test on my own. Plus, I really need something to eat right now. So, as always, have a good day. Don't trade recklessly. Uh, if you're going to like trade any of my algos at all, make sure to do your research. I'm not gonna, tell you exactly what the algos do per se, 'cause that's a great way to get my shit stolen. But just saying, have a good day. If you want to, get a free trial of this, let me know. Just email me or something. I'll get back to you sometime in the future. Promise. Anyways, bye.